Have you ever wondered what it's like to explore the human heart? Experience stunning visualizations of various conditions, watch your own heartbeat in real time, and study blood flow simulations for every scenario. Dive deeper with spatial annotations, giving you detailed insights like never before. This is the future that Heart at Tech is creating.
Throughout today's presentation, I will be introducing the foundation of our company. My name is Alicia Effendi, Chief Executive Officer, and this is Heart at Tech, represented by our logo, which symbolizes balance, precision, and the complexity of the human heart. Our slogan, Bringing the Beating Heart to Life, captures our mission to turn traditional theoretical learning into an immersive, interactive experience. We operate in the educational technology industry, focusing specifically on augmented reality for cardiovascular learning. Our nature of business is simple yet transformative. We provide an AR-powered learning platform that improves understanding, enhances confidence, and ensures deeper clinical readiness. Our vision is to revolutionize cardiovascular education using innovative and accessible digital tools. Our mission is to bridge the gap between classroom theory and real clinical practice, especially for CVT students who often struggle to visualize what they learn on paper. The problem we identified is one that I have personally faced myself. CVT education is limited, but not because of the lack of knowledge, but because of a lack of access. Simulation labs are expensive and available only for restricted hours. Mannequins are limited, and students must share them with large groups. And 2D diagrams, no matter how detailed, simply cannot represent the complexity of a 3D dynamic heart. These limitations create gaps in understanding, reduce confidence during procedures, and delay learning outcomes. Students often find themselves memorizing structures instead of mastering them. This is why augmented reality is needed. AR gives students the ability to bring the human heart to life at any moment. They can rotate, enlarge, explore, and interact with the cardiac structures. They can simulate catheter insertions and visualize electrical conduction pathways. They can easily practice again and again without relying on large equipment or instructor availability. AR makes learning personalized, flexible, and engaging. To ensure Heart Attack is viable and sustainable, we developed a comprehensive business model canvas. This includes key partners such as universities, teaching hospitals, AR developers, and content specialists. Our value proposition is clear: an affordable, portable, and clinically accurate AR platform tailored specifically for cardiovascular learning. Our customer segments include students, educators, university, and simulation centers. Our channels involve app stores, institutional licensing, and educational workshops, and our revenue streams include subscriptions, licensing contracts, and customer educational modules. All of this is fully aligned with the global shift toward digital healthcare training and positions Heart Attack for a strong long-term growth. Finally, the purpose of our business plan brings all elements together, serving three important roles. First, it supports our bank loan application, ensuring we have the financial resources to begin full development and operations. Second, it acts as a tool to attract investors, demonstrating our market potential, differentiation, and sustainability. And third, it provides internal guidance, ensuring our team moves forward consistently with a clear roadmap for development, marketing, and financial management. My final words today is I can confidently say that Heart Attack is not just a business, it is a necessary evolution in cardiovascular education. We are shaping a future where learning is no longer limited by physical barriers, where students are empowered to truly understand, and where the beating heart is finally coming to life and accessible to every learner. With your support, we can bring this vision to life. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alina Lee, and I am the Chief Administrative Officer of Heart at Tech. So, our team consists of four cardiovascular technology students with different strengths across clinical knowledge, operations, finance, and administration. Together, we understand both the challenges that students face when learning complex cardiovascular concepts and what is needed to build a functional AR education platform. This combination of skills allows us to develop a product that is realistic, relevant, and aligned with the needs of the healthcare education industry. Heart at Tech was created to improve the learning experience for cardiovascular students. Currently, many students rely heavily on 2D diagrams and only get a limited time with mannequins in the simulation lab. Our AR app solves this by allowing the users to scan a mannequin or textbook and instantly see 3D heart structures, ECD vectors, and also catheter pathways. This transforms the way that the students study, making it much easier for them to visualize what they would normally struggle to understand. Simulation labs are expensive and often fully booked. Students may only get exposure a few hours per semester. Because of this, many students lack confidence in anatomy, ECG interpretation, or catheter pathways. Heart at Tech addresses this gap by providing a portable, affordable, and interactive AR learning tool that allows students to use it anytime and anywhere. This makes cardiovascular education more accessible, especially for institutions that have limited resources. Our primary market includes CBT students, MBBS students, nursing students, as well as lecturers and universities offering health science programs. Our secondary market includes private training academies, simulation centers, and eventually international medical programs. This gives Heart at Tech a strong potential for long term expansion while maintaining a clear initial focus. Our unique selling proposition is a portable AR cardiovascular simulation platform that brings complex cardiac structures to life anytime and anywhere. Unlike expensive simulation labs, our solution is mobile based, affordable, and specifically designed for cardiovascular learning. Now, moving on to our marketing and pricing strategy, we use a hybrid freemium and licensing model. Students can access a basic free version, while the full subscription is RM15 per month. For institutions, we offer a 18,000 ringgit annual licensing package that includes an admin dashboard and custom AR modules. This approach keeps the app affordable for students while generating stable recurring revenue through universities. To reach our users, we use a combination of digital marketing and institutional outreach. Digitally, we promote the app through TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn, where medical students are the most active. Institutionally, we conduct demonstrations, workshops, and also pilot programs with universities. We also plan partnerships with simulation centers and medical device companies to support wider adoption. In summary, our market research shows strong demand from both students and institutions, and our marketing strategy positions Heart at Tech for scalable growth. With that, I'll now pass the presentation to Humaira, who will be explaining our administration plan and operations plan in more detail.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Julian, and I will explain the administration plan for Heart Attack. By looking at our organization chart, we use a very simple four-row structure to maintain clarity and efficiency. So, from the very left side, we have Chief Executive Officer. Her name is Alicia. She responsible for overseeing our overall business direction. She manages the marketing initiatives and she ensures the company moves strategically towards its goal. So we have the Chief Administrative Officer, CAO. Her name is Alina Lee. She handles all internal communications, HR functions, scheduling, and she ensures smooth administrative workflow. So her role is quite important because she has to coordinate with the team tasks and documentation. So from the third one, we have the Chief Operating Officer, COO, which is me, Julian. I lead the app development cycle. This includes the coordinating meetings with the developers and monitoring the product quality. I have to supervise the testing phases and ensure timely rollout of updates. Lastly, we have the Chief Financial Officer CFO, Humaira Wan Sulaiman. She manages the company's financial health. This includes the budgeting, expenditure tracking, and also prepare the financial reports. Lastly, she has to ensure this financial has to comply with the financial regulations. So overall, when we look in this organization chart in the bigger picture, this structure keeps the responsibilities very clear and also ensures that every department support each other very efficiently. So next, we have the remuneration plan. We design a very simple and fair system to match the responsibility of a startup environment. So for instance, each of us, four main positions, the CEO, CAO, CFO, and also the COO, we receive a monthly allowance of 1,500 ringgit. So on top of that, we include a mandatory Malaysian employment contributions. This includes the EPF at 13%, which amounts to 195 ringgit per person. So for the SOCSO, we have the 1.72%, which is 25 ringgit and 80 cents per person. So after adding these contributions, the total cost per staff becomes 1,720 ringgit 80 cents per month. So when we sum up all of the four positions together, the total monthly staff expenditure is 6,800 ringgit, 82 ringgit and 80 cents. This remuneration plan is very realistic for a small startup and ensures every founders receive a fair compensation while keeping the company's expenses manageable. So by structuring the allowances this way, we balance financial stability with the adequate incentives for the core team responsible for running the Heart at Tech company. And thank you. Now let's move on to operational plan. Our operations follow a very structured workflow to ensure continuous product quality and improvement. We begin with research and content validations where we gather anatomical information and consult medical educators. The next one is we have the AR model development where our team creates a 3D heart structures and animations. This is followed by app development, which involves a UI and UX designs, coding and back-end integrations. Once development is complete, we move into quality assurance testing, including internal tests and beta testings with students. And finally, we proceed with the deployment and updates where we release the app on the app stores and continuously improve based on the users' feedback. And our production cycle is divided into 5 key stages. The first one is the planning, the features and requirement. And the second is the 3D modeling. The third one is the front end and back end development. And fourth one followed by the testing, and finally the launching of the app itself. This ensures a complete and organized development journey from concept to final release. For equipment and facilities, we utilize the high-spec laptops for AR processing, smartphones for testing compatibility, a stable internet setup, and also a dedicated workspace at the Glance in Glamery, which located in section 13 Shah Alam. And this setup allows us to collaborate effectively, conduct testing and run development cycles efficiently. So for the technology wise, our app is built on Unity and combined with AR Core and AR Kit for AR tracking. We use the Firebase or the AWS for the cloud hosting to store user data securely. And the app supports both Android and also iOS platforms. So the next one, our manpower consists of 4 internal team members: the CEO, the COO, CFO, and also the COO. And we have other support systems, which followed by the 2 or 3 outsourced developers such as the AR specialists and UI UX designers. These combinations keeps cost manageable while ensuring technical expertise. And we legally comply with several requirements, including the SSM registrations, the app developer in licenses, PDPA compliance, and intellectual property protection for our 3D model and AR content. To manage risks, we prepare for development delays, app bugs, and slow institutional adoption by implementing solutions like outsourcing, continuous QA, and pilot programs. For our in quality assurance, our testing framework includes internal testing, beta testing by CVT student cardiovascular technology, and performance testing, and a final optimization phase before releasing any update. So in summary, our administration and operational plan ensures the heart attack runs efficiently from both management and technical sides. We have a clear organization structure, a realistic remuneration system, and well-defined operational workflow that guides us, our app from research all the way to launch. With the right equipment, technology, manpower, and quality control processes, our team is fully prepared to deliver a reliable and high-impact AR learning platform. And that is all from me. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Humayra Sulaiman, the Chief Finance Officer for Heart at Tech, and I will be presenting the overall summary of our financial plan. So to keep this slide clear and concise, I have condensed all of the key components into 4 main areas, which are the startup cost, operating cost, revenue projection, and our profit/loss outlook. Now let's look at our total startup. Our total startup requirement is 112,100 ringgit Malaysia, with the majority of this allocated to app development. So this would include, UI UX design, full AR, heart model, backend integration, testing, and the deployment of the app itself. The development quotation alone amounts to 98,000 ringgit Malaysia, while the remaining amount would cover our office setup, legal registration, testing devices, and our initial marketing materials. So I believe that these costs would form the foundation required to launch our high-tech AR, high-quality medical education platform. Next, our operating expenses, they average at 8,316 ringgit Malaysia per month. The largest portion of this goes towards the team allowances, which is necessary to maintain continuous improvement, updates, and overall operational stability. The rest of the operating expenses includes EPF and SOCSO contributions, and cloud hosting, software tools, marketing, utilities, and other miscellaneous office expenses. So this ensures our app remains reliable, functional, and properly supported. Now for our revenue, we project a steady and realistic growth trend. So in year 1, we predict that the adoption will primarily come from early student users and maybe a single institutional licensing contract, which will give us about 31,200 ringgit Malaysia. And as we expand outreach to more universities and increase subscription uptake, year 2 is expected to grow to 84,000 ringgit Malaysia, and by year 3, with multiple institutions on board, revenue would increase to 150,000 ringgit Malaysia. And finally, looking at the profit and loss summary, we do expect an initial deficit, maybe during the first 2 years, because early stage development, it requires high investment. So that is that. But by year 3, we believe that the business will turn profitable with a positive cash flow of 40,000 ringgit Malaysia, and this would mark our break-even point, supported by the recurring subscription revenue and the institutional licensing. So overall, I could say that this financial model demonstrates that Heart at Tech is sustainable, scalable, and capable of achieving profitability within 3 years. To conclude, Heart at Tech is our solution and answer to improving cardiovascular education using augmented reality. It takes complex heart anatomy, ECG vectors, and catheter pathways and make them visual, interactive, and easy to understand, anytime, anywhere. Our business model is sustainable, with strong demand from students and universities, and we project profitability by year 3 through subscription and university licensing. Overall, Heart at Tech is affordable, scalable, and aligned with the future of digital medical learning. We believe it has strong potential to grow and make a real-life impact in healthcare education.